Hey guys, Omarete Vilato here, the Basement Production. In this video, I'm going to show you how I install a basement door. When I say a basement door, it's a door that goes down to my basement. When we first purchased the house, we had a door here and we removed it because we did some arrangement here in the kitchen area and the open area. So, known to us, in the winter time, especially in the winter time, the cold weather rises and it's very difficult to maintain certain temperature in your home. So your house, part of the house, always cold. No matter if you have it in 70, 75, it's always cold, and that means you're spending a lot of money trying to heat or reheat your home, your house. It's impossible. So what we did was we went and purchased a door, not an expensive door, a basic door. I think it's 30 by 80. So I'm gonna install it and I'm gonna show it to you. That this is another DIY project, okay? No experience necessary. Just go ahead and do it. Remember what I say in my videos. When you don't know what you're doing, you start doing something, ideas start flowing, okay? So I'm gonna share with you part of this process, how I do it. Hopefully this video will help you guys. Okay? Thank you for watching. Omarete Vilato, the Basement Production. I'm gonna get involved here into a little bit of history regarding what is a door jamb, what is a door frame, if it's the same thing. Well, a jamb is the flat surface that runs vertically up either side of the door frame. This is where the hinges are placed to hang the doors, as well as the striker plate on the opposite door jamb, which help you open, close, and lock your doors. The door frame is the other element combined. You know, as you can see here, we are assembling that part of the frame. We coordinate to measure to make sure it fit. It's always a good idea to have someone knowledgeable by your side, guiding you, teaching you, explaining to you what needs to be done in order to make this happen. When you're installing a door, it could be any door, inside, outside, interior, exterior. It seems very straightforward, but in reality, if you don't know, you might encounter some minor details, some minor issues that it could be frustrated at time. It happened to me. That's why, as you could see, I call in the pro. I call in someone with a proper knowledge, with the proper skills, with a year of experience that will help me on my own projects, on my own DIY projects. This person that is helping me, I mean, he had many years of experience doing home remodeling, carpentry, and I felt comfortable asking the questions because I know I was getting the right answers. So, you know, it's always a good idea, if you can, if you can get someone to that with the knowledge to help you with any DIY project that you got in your house, if you got that available to you. In my case, I did. So, like I said, I was having a little bit of issues installing the door frame, the door jamb, whatever you want to call it. And I called the pro, and I was able to learn. I was able to install the door itself flawless. You know, it was a very straightforward process in which, I'll be honest with you, I learned a lot, and I had the confidence that I could tackle my other projects with more confidence because, you know, you learn. As you could see, we had to hammer in the frame a little bit because these old houses, they're not level, they're not plumb. So sometimes you have to adjust one side or the other to make it fit. Okay, so that's what we did. Stay tuned for more so you could see how the law came up, how we was able to do it. Thank you for watching Omarete Vilato, the basement production. As you could see in this part of the video, we are constantly measuring to make sure everything is plumb, everything is level. We want to make sure that when we put in the door, we have a level frame, level door jamb to fit. You don't want to put a door that the one side is uh, wider than the other. You want to make sure that it's correctly installed. That's why you see we measuring once, measuring twice before we go ahead and attach any screws, any nails to the frame itself. We put some nails. It was just to secure it temporarily until we had the door level completely, the frame level completely, before we go ahead and finish the whole installation. So when I was doing this task, when I was performing this task, I did a lot of research. Believe it or not, people might say, "But it's just a door." Yes, but you cannot just install a door and walk away. You have to make sure that what you're doing is the right thing. I mean, this is your house, this is your home. You want to make sure it look good. You want to make sure it's 99.9% perfect. Okay, so I like you see, I asked a lot of questions. It doesn't seem that I was doing much, but I was mostly learning on how to do it the right way. Okay, so I asked myself the question: Do you need a door jamb? And I say yes, of course you do, because the primary purpose of the door jamb and the door frame as a whole is to provide a lasting support for the door when you hang the door. Uh, the door normally relies on the frame that you put in. The door jambs and other component of the frame are installed with care to ensure that the door hangs level to the floor. If you just hang the door with the hinges attached to the frame on the wall, believe me, that door gonna come down because some doors are heavy, some doors very light, but this particular door was kind of heavy. So it's best practice to make sure you have the jamb, you have the frame that will support that door. Okay, it's the best practice to do so. So that's why like I said, I call in the pro with the knowledge, with the skills, and I'm confident now that I could go ahead and tackle other job. I could install other doors by myself because I was able to ask, like I said earlier, the right question, and I got the right answers. You see, in this part of the video, I'm bringing the hinges from the basement, and I didn't record that part. I mean, I edited that part. I went down like 10 times down to my basement to look for the right hinges in order for us to hang the door. But finally, I got the right one, and we was able to proceed with the job. So, like I said, always I mentioned this: if you don't know what you're doing, just keep at it, and ideas going to start flowing, and you're going to be able to do the job the right way. Sometimes you might not do it the first time, the second time, but eventually you will get it done. So once again, thank you for watching Omarete Vilato, the basement production. As you could see now, I purchased this piece of tool at Home Depot uh, just to create the opening, the hole where the lock's going to be in. These tools are recommended to everyone who wanted to install a door without the hole already being created, already being done for you. This tool will guide you to make a perfect hole through the door. I will link I will link this name in the description down below. So like that, if you're doing this type of DIY project, you could go ahead and buy it. It was very inexpensive. I think these tools cost me like, I think it was like $19, if I'm not mistaken, and you can never go wrong with it. The hole gonna be in the same exact location when you need it to connect to install your lock. As you could see, the hole is being created. I mean, it was perfect. It was perfect, and I would recommend, before you go ahead and do this without this type of tools, uh, do it, make sure you buy this, because you're not gonna fail at it. It's gonna be done correctly. It's gonna be done the right way, and you're gonna avoid a lot of hassle. Because if you make this hole in the wrong spot, then you might ruin your doors, and that will be money that you throw away. And you don't want to just throw $120, $130, or $100 away just because you didn't want to buy that little piece of tools that cost you an extra $20. As you could see in this part of the video, where we installed the residential level knob driving passage or the private latch, we are using a router to create an opening to make sure that the door latch or door strike will fit. Uh, Otherwise, when you just install it and you try to close the door, it will be touching from the other frame, and it will not be a proper installation. As you can see, we try to fit in the dead latch door strikes. I think we end up removing it and creating the opening a little bit wider, because it wouldn't close properly at that point in time. See, at that time we are testing it, and as you could see, we are using the router again to, like I said, to create the gap, the opening a little bit wider. Now we already installed the lock, and we're gonna test it to see if the residential level knob driving passage close correctly, or close and open. And believe me, 99%, 99.9%, it did come out correctly. It did come out like almost perfect, because nothing is perfect in life. But this came out the way we wanted, the way we planned it. The sweat and tears that we put in, uh, and the end result was fantastic. Was pretty well done. As you can see right now, we're creating the hole where the latch for the door strike will go. As you can see it right there in that image. You could also use a chisel or a knife if though by any chance the opening or the router will not fit into the opening. We use a knife here to expand the gap a little bit. As you could see, we just finishing attaching the latch door strikes to the frame. And then after that, we're gonna test the closing, making sure that the gap is properly done, that we don't need to take it out and redo it. And eventually we did. We was able to, we had to go back and remove it. You're not gonna be able to see that part because I edited that part of the video. But when I closed the door, it was bouncing against the latch door strike. So we went up taking it out, opening, widening the gap. As you can see, we just put in the bag, and the door came out, as you could see, perfect. I mean, 99.9% perfect. It was done correctly. The end result was marvelous.